This is The Bottom Line. The Bottom Line on 938 Live.
The population of the Philippines hit the milestone 100 million mark just a few weeks ago, and the country expects its young population, as well as steady annual economic growth, to draw investors and businesses, and this despite security concerns in the southern Philippines. That's according to the Philippine Department of Trade and Industry, which added that trade between Singapore and the Philippines grew 10% on year to $3.6 billion for the first 5 months of the year. The department's Undersecretary Ponciano Manalo Junior tells 938 Live's Travis Teo where the growth sectors are that Singapore businesses can explore.
The economy in the Philippines is growing. We're averaging about 6.5% over the last 3 years. And with economic development, there is going to be a strong need for infrastructure development to build roads, not only roads and bridges and highways, but also hospitals and schools and the whole works of infrastructure works. That's one opportunity, I think, that Singaporean businesses can have in the Philippines. Of course, we are involved in agriculture. The country is a very agricultural country, and we have a lot of agri-industrial products that are available, food processed products.
Why is this an area that you think that Singapore companies and Philippine companies can work together?
Well, we have the breadbasket of the country, the agricultural center of the country, is the southernmost part of the country called Mindanao. And Mindanao, over time, controls about 34% of food production in the Philippines. And it could be more. We had some internal strife in the southernmost areas in the country. And in the last 4 months, a new peace agreement has been signed. We are predicting that will bring forth lasting peace and economic development in Mindanao. And Mindanao, being the home of many fruit and food processing companies, I think there is a big market for countries like Singapore to be able to bring the product over, either in processed form or in actual fruit form, for the international market.
And on this point about the southern part of the country, there is that issue of security, right? You have mentioned it as well. So, but this is a real issue that companies or businesses face. So, how does this factor in all for businesses who are looking to go into the Philippines?
Business has been ongoing in the southernmost part of the country. Unfortunately, some of the reports on violence, for example, has been restricted to a small area. I believe it's about 16% of the land area in the country. And that has been magnified to a certain extent, which I believe when that is solved, finally the peace agreement, lasting peace agreement and economic development in the area is realized, we will have a situation where the whole of Mindanao will now be more stable, and we will be able to see more investors going into the area.
And you mentioned the peace agreement. So going forward, that agreement, do you think it will help in terms of improving the overall image for businesses who are looking to turn into the Philippines economy?
Well, the image of the Philippines as a business and a preferred investment destination has improved dramatically over the last 4 years since the Aquino administration was able to implement its straight path. We have had excellent results in terms of GDP. Our exports are up 8.5%. We have now achieved 92.5% of our FDI that we achieved from the last year. So all these, I think, are effects of the good image and perception that the global business community has on the Philippines as an investment destination.
That was Undersecretary at the Philippine Department of Trade and Industry, Ponciano Manalo Junior, on The Bottom Line. The Bottom Line is brought to you by Turkish Airlines, Europe's best airline.